Walaikum assalam.
This is my science fair project to make more kids enjoy recycling and do it more. Okay, these are the short ideas I created. So this is the first explanation. So what do I mean by like a recycling game? So like at the moment, like recycling is one of the most like a problem that the earth like really needs to like recycle more. So but most kids don't really like are not really like enjoying to do it, and it doesn't really make them it doesn't really serve a purpose to them. So to make it a little bit more fun and for children to do it more, I made it like a kind of like a game. So for every single item you like a recyclable item you put inside the recyclable, you're gonna get 1 point. But yeah, you're gonna get 1 point, and then whoever gets like most points, like by the end of the month or something, you can like use it to buy something, or you can use it to get something. So and then okay, yeah. So first I was gonna use a sensor, but then I was gonna use a sensor, but then the sensor did not end up was not like a good idea, because I thought about these few things that could like really not work if I use the sensor. The first one is if I put a sensor like here in the camera, I'm not saying every kid would, but probably one kid would take like the same piece of garbage, like for example just doing like this. He'll get like infinite points, and that would not be good.
Most kids would do that. About 99%.
Yeah, most kids. And if I did end up setting up the sensor at the bottom of it, and the older like garbage piles up, then the sensor can't detect anything anymore that goes on the top. So that's why I realized it was not a really good idea. Wait, so then rather than doing a sensor, what did I do? So instead of using a sensor, I got a camera, as you can see. And for the camera, you might be thinking, how am I going to review hours of footage after the whole school day ends?
Yeah.
Well, I'm most likely going to set it up during times during like lunch or snack time, so that because that's when most garbage is thrown, and like most kids have wrappers to throw in the garbage. And also, yeah, what if I'm not like there at school? Like sometimes I'm not here at school, and what if I'm also busy with other classes? I can choose one of my friends or a kid I trust to set it up for me, and then if he does, then some kids will probably not do it because like they don't see any point in doing it. So I'll probably just I'll tell them they can get probably like 5 points or 2 points if they do it for me.
The volunteer who sets it up for you.
Yes. Okay. So how will this be successful? Well, it's obviously that kind of like children like games. So using this as a game is probably going to be successful. Okay. So this is why I think it will be successful. Making it like a game, gamification is really ideal in this scenario, as my audience is like children from 10 to 14. Almost every single kid that you can see loves video games or just regular games. So this is why I think this is a very good idea. Okay, question. What will the children do with the points that they receive? So if you receive points, you can buy one of the few items here, or probably more. For this one, you can see that there's a knitted sweater. This one probably cost 5 points.
Love the satire.
But
the knitted sweater.
But the candy bar and a toy will probably cost more than 5 points, like 30 to 40. Okay, so after they collect a lot of points, this is like the store that after you collect a lot of points, these are some of the stuff you can buy. Like for example, like chips, it was 15 points, and then juice box 10 points, and then the candies 35 points. And these are the rules. So you know how I was mentioning that the kid might do this or something? Yeah, so rules. No item which like can be recycled, like other like items like that. And you will be sometimes if it's like a kid who doesn't really cheat most of the time, he will have like a 3 strikes or something like that. But if it's a kid who I know who will keep repeatedly doing it, probably get banned right away, or I will give them one more chance. Yeah, that's it. And I'm gonna show on.
Demonstrate, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna demonstrate.
Is the camera connected to something, or are you just gonna show it on the camera? I did it.
Okay, see, right now it's recording. As you can see, that red button, so that means it's recording. So now I can I need like a water bottle or something to demonstrate me putting it in.
It's not empty though.
It doesn't have to be.
We'll catch it.
Okay, so now I'm recording. You can see that I put it in like this. Now I can stop recording. And wait. So now this is a video you can see. You can watch the video after. That's like me and will be showing.
So Ayub, how do we analyze all this footage, hours and hours of footage?
Yeah, earlier I said that I would probably only do this during lunchtime or snack time because that's when most kids like are going to be using the recycle
So the
bin.
30-minute footage. Can we use some sort of AI to basically go through the footage and tell us this happened this many times?
Probably not, but I can check it. I can see it
You
now.
can look into
Yeah, I
it.
can look
Okay.
into it.
Why do you want the world to start recycling?
Because like sometimes when people don't recycle, it ends up going in landfills and oceans in like countries that are not really like most people don't really know what's going on. So
Well, our country is pretty awesome right now. What's your problem if we're going to countries that are in landfill? We are good.
well, by the time like it gets this is how we're thinking now, but eventually it's going to start coming to countries we're living in.
Wonderful. So you gotta be proactive, not reactive.
Yeah, we gotta work on this problem before it gets to us, but it already got to some of us. So now we can try to solve this problem for them.
What is there any other reason that you want to solve this? Do you feel the responsibility of doing it?
Yeah, because in the Quran it says that we are the best of nations. So so knowing this, if we're the best of nations, then we also have to help the other nations too.
Great. This is a prototype and it's a very, very, very extremely early stage, right?
Yeah.
Have you done any kind of thought process or research on how can this become a finished product and we can supply this to other schools? Is there any work done on that?
Well, what I was gonna do earlier was probably like set up like a little like not like an actual stick from like the forest or something, like just like actually like a stick and then stick on the camera here. But for that, I'm gonna need more cameras if I want to set it up other places. So that's like really what I thought about.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. That was awesome stuff.